Hello and welcome to Wet Your Whistle Wednesday with Mon and
Woo!
Nick.
Did you know what happened today? I need a drink.
Perfect timing.
Oh my gosh. All right, everybody, hello. And we're looking forward to bringing Paris back to you. She just got back,
Oui.
what? How long ago?
Let's see, I got back on the 25th, I believe.
So how many of you have been to Paris, by the way? Feel free to drop in. So she didn't just go to Paris. She'll tell us about her trip. But one of the things that Michelle thought would be fun was on the alternate Wednesdays when we don't have Chuck Gillentine with Defiance Ridge Vineyards, that when she goes on these trips, because she's like a world traveler this year, that she would come back and bring one of her favorite drinks that she had, as well as show you some of the fabulous food that she had, and then tell you about her experiences. So let us know, though, if you're a traveler and you've been to France, what have been some of your favorite things that you've eaten, that you've seen, that you've had to drink? She brought back the idea of doing a French Martini. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
So why? Why'd you pick the French Martini?
Well, it was one of the specialty drinks that they did on the river cruise. We did a river cruise on Amma Waterways, and they had a different one every night. And they had like whiskey sours and margaritas, but I'm like, that doesn't speak French to me. And we did the Paloma when I got back from Mexico.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, French Martini, I don't think you can get much more French than that. It says French in the name, other than wine. And you had said, let's do some things that are different than wine.
Right, because we've been doing, by the way, if you're new to this, we've been doing a Wet Your Whistle, can you believe this, for 2 years this month. We started this.
What a hangover. 2 years.
2 years of drinking. We want to thank Clayton Winehouse for coming straight out of the gate with us in the fall of 2023. And then in February of 2024, Chuck Gillentine came on board. And now Chuck has been part of the Wet Your Whistle sponsorship for the last year and a half. And he just thought, it might be fun on the alternate Wednesdays to feature different people and different drinks. So we always obviously do wine with him. So that's why I told her, well, yeah, obviously France is known for wonderful Bordeaux, et cetera, but why not do a different? Let's do something different. Let's do a drink. Mm-hmm. So French Martini. Now you had your French Martinis. I'm going to show you some pictures, by the way, of the French Martinis, and you said it was frothy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you try different French Martinis with different garnishes?
No.
Did they have garnishes for you there?
No, they did not give us a garnish on ours.
So we're not going to do a garnish today either.
Which is not, it's not required. From what I was reading, it's not required.
Okay. So in a French Martini, is it gin or is it vodka?
It is vodka.
Vodka. Can we make it with gin?
Can make it with gin. It will make it a little more botanical flavored.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a gin fan.
Me neither.
Typically. However, there's some gins out there that I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
I'm always open-minded. For you at home, you can have a mocktail with us, have a cocktail with us. You can have iced tea, lemonade. I don't care, water, but just enjoy. We're going to enjoy some friendship time together. We're going to talk about her trip. And as you see in the description, some laughter and some good times. But she's going to tell you the importance of, again, getting out and traveling and seeing the world. What were your big takeaways from France?
The French are not as rude as everybody says that they are. They were lovely. I came across one rude person, and she worked at the Eiffel Tower. So, I mean, I get it.
Like rude in what way? What did she do?
She was just very curt with her instructions. She said, elevator stairs. And I was like, I just gone through, gave her my ticket, elevator stairs. And I'm looking for an elevator. Elevator stairs. She yells it again. I'm like, what? Where? She meant take the stairs to the elevator.
Oh, okay.
Which I did not understand, that I was looking for an elevator. So I was very confused.
So I'm really glad that you said that, Michelle. And again, if you're just tuning in, Michelle Harmon and myself on this Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, with her coming back from France, I've always wanted to go. And they have always said that, right? It's just this bad rap that they get, that the French are not very nice to us here in America. And they used to always say, well, then learn French when you go over there. Don't have the feeling that they should, cater to us. But I think that's really anywhere you go.
True. I think if you make an effort and know some of the basics, they're lovely. They work with you.
So did you speak French? Because you do know French.
I did speak.
Do you think that helped you?
I think so. I think so.
What about to the rest of the group that you were with? Did they try to?
My mom does speak French. She speaks Canadian French. Paula does speak some French. So we got by just fine.
But so let me ask that though. If people don't speak French, do you think that they would be treated different?
I don't think so. I think if you just know the basics, please, thank you, where's the bathroom? Simple things like that.
Because they're seeing that you're making an effort.
They see you make an effort.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. If you're just tuning in, by the way, and if you watch this later, let us know. Like, again, I always love you to do a little hashtag replay. Let us know if you've been, what you've tried. Have you ever had a French martini? And what do you love about it? So I'm going to show you some pictures. So tell us what's in it, Michelle.
Okay. Well, first off, the French martini got its name because it's made with Chambord. Mm-hmm. And I just love this darling little bottle. It is the cutest little thing. It's an expensive little bottle. It was $18, but
I just think a long way.
It would go a long way. It's not something that I would use normally. So it's a raspberry liqueur, and that's why it's called a French martini, is because it has that main ingredient of Chambord, which is made and produced in France. Mm-hmm. They've been producing it actually since the 17th century.
Does that look like what you had?
Pretty much, yeah.
But you didn't have the garnish.
We didn't have the garnish, no. And I think because they were pumping out so many, I was on the river cruise with 150 some odd people, so they were cranking out the martinis. So I think they were trying to keep it simple.
Okay.
But the Chambord, if you didn't know this, it's made in France's Loire Valley. I didn't realize that it was specific to a certain region, which is in the middle of France along the Loire River. And it combines raspberries, blackberries, black currants, and XO cognac.
Oh, I love that, XO.
Its distinct flavor profile highlights the berries with additional notes of vanilla, citrus, and spice. So if you've never had Chambord, that's what...
Isn't Chambord in Purple Hooters?
I think it is.
It is.
I think it is.
I know it is.
Now, when I had the French martini on the river cruise, they made it with a creme de cassis, which is primarily black currant liqueur. And that one gives you a more sharper, deeper flavor. But I figured for my liquor cabinet, I would most likely use Chambord as opposed to creme de cassis. So that's why I purchased the Chambord.
Absolutely. This is actually very good. I do think you'll use this probably more than you thought. But yes, I used to bartend, and trust me, this isn't Purple Hooters. So if you want to do some shots.
I mean, there's only certain liqueurs that are purple.
Yes.
So so this has the Chambord and the vodka, which we're going to talk a little bit about the vodka. You don't want to get anything that has like a high flavor profile. Because it will kill the overall drink. So you want something that's going to have a creamier or oilier texture, which would be an Absolute or a Tito's. Okay. So we covered that. And then pineapple juice. I got the Simply Pineapple. It's a little less in sugar. And it's a juice blend, but it has a lot of the stronger pineapple flavor that we want. And then a little pinch of salt.
That's simple.
It's really simple. A lot more simple than the dang Palomas I made last time. Those were complicated.
Well, they were good, and I love the spicy one. So tell them I like this. Not intended to be sipped over a long period of time. I mean, I think, again, it sounds like it's so refreshing that it could go quick. And sometimes martinis are, but then they'll creep up on you because they're strong. But this shouldn't have a lot of heat to it.
Yeah, and so that's why if you have like a cheaper vodka, like if you get something that's in like a plastic jug, it's going to be hot, and you're just not going to enjoy it. It's something you just kind of want to enjoy the fruitness, the sweetness of it. It's not your typical martini. And actually, the French martini, I learned this little history here. It kicked off the martini craze of the 90s.
Okay, I was just going to say 1990s. Like, we got to get into a different century for some of the kids.
Right. So it was first brought into prominence in the late 1980s when it was debuted at the famous New York City restaurant Balthazar. So it did not start in France.
Interesting.
But it has, again, the French ingredients. And that is pretty much what kicked off the whole teeny era. The apple teenies and all of those.
Cosmopolitans. Every woman used to order a Cosmopolitan when I was bartending. But
so that was big in the 80s and 90s.
The late 80s, 90s. So I was a bartender in 93, I think, 93, 94. And yes, everyone started to order martinis. Cosmopolitans for sure. Lemon drops, Cosmopolitans, those were all really, really big. If you have martinis, what do you go for? For me, I sometimes like to go back to the fruitier ones. So like I always tell bartenders, make me what is your favorite. What are you guys big on? And then they'll be like, do you like fruity or do you like strong?
Dirty.
I see. I love a true martini. Well, I guess true would be gin, but I like a vodka martini with blue cheese stuffed olives.
She likes it dirty.
No, I don't, because I don't actually like them to put all of
you
that.
don't like the
I don't like
juice,
the olive juice.
but you like the
I like the olives
you
with
like
blue
the olives
cheese.
with the blue cheese.
What about all you? Let me
kinda
know.
Makes it
A little dirty.
a little dirty, a little dirty.
All right,
Stanky.
what are y'all drinking? Again, if you catch this live or whatever, if you're watching this later, tell me what you're drinking. What are you going to cheers with us? So I'm going to let her bartend.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm going to show it.
we're going to start with the vodka. Well, actually, let's load up our shaker first. About half full of ice. Okay. And then we're going to do 4 ounces. 4 of these. Oh, Tito's.
I know we're giving a little plug to Tito's.
My friend. Go back.
And then in the morning, not your friend. If you have too many of these, pineapple juice.
3 ounces of pineapple juice.
I love that you picked less sugar.
I did that for you.
So 4 ounces of vodka, 3 ounces of pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice, yes.
And then how much Chambord do we use?
1 ounce.
Oh, okay.
And I already broke the seal on this.
Just a little.
So I wasn't sure if this morning at 6 o'clock when I was setting this up before we blew out of town. I wanted to make sure I could open this easy and there wasn't going to be like some weird seal or something that I wasn't aware of. So I'm like, oh, that opened easy, just like a little crack. And then a little pinch of salt. They said that kind of adds to the frothiness of it.
Here, if you want.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, and I just screenshot. Here's the ingredients of it.
I can also add that to the comments. I
Yeah.
did that with the Pullmans. Now, as Don Julio says,
Mm-hmm.
shake passionately.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ça va? Ça va bien?
Okay, and nothing around the rim.
No.
Just let it speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oops. And there you're getting some of that frothiness in there.
Mm-hmm.
I probably could have shaken it a little bit more.
No.
But there's some of your bubbles in there.
Okay. There's your French Martini.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so let's talk about this. I'm going to set this back down here. As far as what you saw that it pairs well with, food-wise.
Oh, yeah. I sent that to you in a text.
I got it. Do you remember some of it?
There was some teriyaki
skewers, chicken skewers.
Yes.
So they talked about doing more savory,
Mm-hmm.
not so much spice, but savory appetizers if you're going to do like an appetizer. But charcuterie, which you and I love, I could eat charcuterie platters every single day. Charcuterie is a good pairing with it.
Getting more frothy.
Yep. Charcuterie is a good pairing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also talked about maybe baked brie, I saw. Goat cheese, crostinis.
I did. Yes, I remember the goat cheese. Goat cheese.
Let's see. Asian dumplings I saw.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to have a French martini, maybe for the very first time, these are some of the things that you can think about for your pairing. So shout out to CB's Chop House, by the way. I ran up and I'm like, hey guys, we're going to make a French martini.
Ooh,
I'll give you a little shout out. What we have, the other thing is doing things that are more garlic based. That actually blends well with the sweetness of the French martini. And so I told him what we were doing, and he's like, I said, should we do some stuffed mushrooms? Are we going to do your swordfish? I said, the swordfish has garlic in it, so I think that would good. So from a seafood standpoint, you could also do crab cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's some ideas for you.
Something savory.
Yes. So
you don't want to do sweet and sweet.
So we're actually doing their chop bites, which is their steak with bacon wrapped around it.
Ooh.
And then we also are doing their swordfish with garlic and a little drawn butter. So we'll see how that does, but we're going to taste it by itself. So good afternoon to all of you, by the way. We're going to talk about some of her trip to Shake It Passionately and do a dance. Shake your hips.
I did a lot of dancing.
I was just going to say that.
I
Yes,
did a lot of dancing. I knew my knee surgery was coming up. I'm like, I might as well ruin it. It's going to get fixed anyways.
Did you have to deaden it with more French martinis? We'll talk about dancing. She danced a lot on this. So
those old people can party.
The river cruise, you were gone for how long?
10 days. So we did the river cruise, and then we did 2 extra days in Paris.
So that's a good recommendation. I know Chuck, by the way, is doing the same trip that you did, but in reverse.
Yeah.
Right?
So he's starting up in Le Havre, going down to Paris. We started in Paris and went up to Le Havre, which is the coast. So the last thing we did was Normandy Beach.
Do they say cheers? What do they say?
Salut.
Salut. Okay, salut. Oh, good job. Yummy. Well, that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Good, sweet, not too bittersweet though, right? So that's the problem with some martinis.
And it's not strong.
It's not strong,
No.
and it's got a little kick to it if you're not a big vodka fan. I mean, you can taste. You did a good job. It's very good. That's very good. It's not something though.
There's first
cosmopolitans though. Some people will make, some bartenders will make, and I'm like, okay, that's dangerous, and then it's gone. And I'm like, okay, hold on. You got to be smart with martinis because, again, there's a lot of...
They sneak up on you.
Well, and for some, it's just straight alcohol, right? So doing a regular martini. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and we're going to move and relax a little bit, and we're going to visit about her trip, as well as talk about all the dancing that she did. And you've got some friends that you're talking to since the trip, right?
Yeah, made some friends from all over the world.
Okay, so as I transition, what are some French words that you would tell us if we're going to travel to France that we should have in our repertoire?
Désolé.
Which is?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said that a lot because, I would bump into somebody because I'm looking, at my map or looking at something touristy. So, ça va is how are you?
Okay.
And ça va bien is I'm doing well. And arrondissement is the streets, the neighborhoods. So if you're looking for the Latin Quarter, you would say, the Latin arrondissement. So.
Okay.
Oh, and then if you want a baguette, you ask for traditional, not a baguette.
All right. Pitch to break. We'll be right back.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here, because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant. There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. Here in St. Louis, you put us on the map. Does it scare you? You go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about. I was just on the Real Monica Adams Show, and it was really a good experience for me. When I walked in, the building is just peaceful. The environment is beautiful here. Monica really made me feel welcome.
The Monica Adams Show allows people to be themselves. It's really important to share kindness, to be real, to offer stories and things that will give people hope and a reason to smile.
Rather than waking up aggravated, disappointed, and wondering, where's this earth going, choose to wake up with something that'll put your mind and your heart in the right direction. Start with Monica.
All right, welcome back. We moved for you. We're going to relax a little bit. So if you're just tuning in, a little Wet Your Whistle Wednesday with some French Martinis, and we're going to show you a little bit about her trip. You're getting ready, by the way, to go to Napa. And then Tuscany, right?
Yes.
Then it breaks.
Finally, yes. Napa is for our anniversary, our 20th anniversary, and Mike's done all the planning. He's got a spreadsheet that is like as long as my arm with all of the tastings and dinners and everything that he's planned. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
You're going to be there for how long?
5 days.
5 days.
Yep.
So it's her 20th, our 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to Cabo by ourselves, which has never happened before. She and I have been to Cabo by ourselves. But
I'm so glad.
Jim and I.
I'm so glad you're
Yep.
doing that.
So we were going to go to Maine, and then Jim changed his mind, and he's like, you know what, let's go to Cabo, which is actually where I wanted to get married in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going back to where we would have gotten married 10 years ago. So yes, it's going to be a blast. So your anniversary, our anniversary is October 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is the 1st, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you'll be in Napa while we're in Mexico, and
Mhm.
we'll wish each other a happy anniversary. So
Yeah.
happy anniversary
Actually,
early.
we'll be kind of close to each other.
yeah.
I mean,
I'll shout out.
we'll kind of both be in California.
Mhm.
I'm in Northern California,
Right.
and you're in Southern California.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we're going now because, well, your husband was there.
Oh, it was crazy during Hurricane Lorena.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
had
to
that,
come
and they
home.
also
He
had an
to come home.
earthquake.
Yes, he had to come home early.
Yeah, but again, we have so many friends there in Cabo that we're very big on, hey, maybe we need to stick around, maybe we need to help them. Obviously, nothing like the hurricane back in 2014. Odile, yes. Okay, so let's see. We had, if you're just tuning in, we made a French Martini. We just moved in. What do we call this room? Is this your hearth room? Yeah.
This is the hearth room.
So we're going to taste now how it
light the fireplace
changes. And we didn't turn lights on, right? We're being real, right? So we're not.
The butter, the clarified butter got hard.
Oh.
Sorry.
So let's see how it changed. You want to heat it up? We're going to see how it's
The whole
changed.
thing needs to be heated up.
Yeah, because it's what? I got it an hour and a half ago. We can heat it up.
The flavor is amazing.
Okay. So do we think, now I want you to taste your martini, because what I want her to tell us, for those of you that don't really get the whole aspect of pairings, because my sister-in-law used to say this, and then she finally changed her mind. She's like, oh, now I see how it brings out different layers of what you're having to drink. Again, whether it's a mocktail or it's a cocktail. So this is, does it have a good spice to it? Not too much, right?
Not too much. A nice salty, trying to think of what the flavoring is on there. Maybe a little paprika, but not heavy, crazy. It's lovely.
But now tell all of them how it's going to change your drink.
Yeah, it definitely, it balances it very, very well.
Good.
It kind of kicks down the sweetness a little bit.
Now try the other one. So I got, again, hello to CB's Chop House. We'll tag you in this a little bit later. They're in the Valley Park area.
Get the fish out of my mouth.
So now she's going to move into meat. So we got a little seafood and a little meat. These are, by the way, they're swordfish bites with a little garlic. Maybe we'll heat this up. And then I knew she'd like this one. These are their
Oh yeah.
These are their chop bites, which is the meat with bacon wrapped around it, which men call bacon meat candy. Okay, now have a drink. I'll do the pairing here in just a little bit while she talks about her trip. So you think the seafood balanced it. And again, by the way, I chose these because they're a little bit more savory appetizers, not necessarily on the list of what you type in and say, what would you serve with a French Martini? Because they didn't have those recommendations. But you like that pairing so far? Okay, let's see if you like this one. You're still eating your seafood? Oh my gosh. Oh, no, that. Okay. Hi to all of you, by the way. Let me give you a real quick idea of what's coming up tomorrow. Do you remember Hannah Yates that I used to work with at Channel 5? Just absolutely adorable, beautiful human being, inside and out. She got her dream job working with FanDuel. She is an anchor with FanDuel Network now. She is working with the Carolina Hurricanes. But I'm interviewing. Oh, I got a chill. Why'd that happen? That's weird. I interviewed her just about.
Hannah, are you watching?
Hannah, I know it's crazy. Well, it's because of the work that she's doing for God. She went over for 2 months and did really some mission reporting. And it just broke my heart when I saw the Instagram story that she put up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to talk to you about this. And she's going to tell you in the interview that honestly, if God called her to go do that more in war-torn countries, that's exactly what she would do. Even though she thought the dream was, and she's like right now, she's in a contract with FanDuel. So she's obviously going to continue her work there. But if God all of a sudden said, I'm getting crazy chills. If all of a sudden God said, I want you to go do this, then that's what she would go do. Now, where she was, did it make her family happy? No, it made them scared. Right. And so it definitely wasn't the safest, but she went to do his work, which I think is amazing. So I can't wait. That's tomorrow morning, by the way. We're going to air that interview tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'll come on live to you, and then we'll play that. I can't wait for you to catch up with Hannah, for all of you that remember her from KSDK. And then my sister-in-law and I cooked yesterday at Slyman Brothers in West County, and we're getting you ready for Oktoberfest. My husband was in love with what we made. He's like, wow, this is good. So she taught me how to make schnitzel.
Awesome.
She's from Germany, by the way, and we'll throw in some German words. Schnitzel, some Blaukraut, which is red cabbage, and some incredible potatoes. It was so good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's one of her
Awesome.
favorite dishes as we get ready to have your own Oktoberfest party.
Well, I'm not going anywhere in the morning, so I'll be tuning in.
Yes. Okay, so what do you think about that? Which one do you like?
I liked that better.
Okay, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So why?
I don't know. I think it's like the barbecue-ness of it just paired very, very well with that. I think it complemented it more as opposed to that.
Okay. And again, this wasn't on the
Balanced
list.
it more, if that makes any sense. Like that balanced the sweetness, but this, I think it just pairs well. Here.
See, that does have a little blackened on it, so they don't necessarily tell you.
Paprika. I think there's like some paprika, a little pepper, of course, but
it is a blackened seasoning. So they don't necessarily tell you to take spice with the sweetness of this. It's more the savory aspect. And they don't say swordfish. They're saying, actually they say shrimp cocktail, just from the simple aspect of it all would work.
But we do like spice.
What did I say earlier?
We both like spice.
Asian dumplings.
Teriyaki.
But from seafood standpoint. Crab cakes.
Crab cakes.
And shrimp cocktail is really what I found. Okay, so I don't actually think that pairs well together.
I think it's a good balance, but I think this pairs better.
Okay, and so from a skewer standpoint, they were recommending
and I like fish anyways.
Teriyaki skewers, right? Okay. I am a seafood fan, though.
Yep, right. Me too.
How are y'all doing, by the way?
How y'all doing?
This is how we catch up. We do a show together.
Comment ça va?
Okay. Yeah, because that's savorier. That's more savory. Yeah, that's a better pairing. So if you make a French Martini, really good job, Michelle. These French Martinis are fantastic.
Thank you. You're my first.
Well, and wasn't the Palomas your first also?
Yes.
And I like to take everybody out of their comfort zone.
This is becoming a theme here. So maybe when I get back from Tuscany, whatever I end up making will be the first time I ever make it.
She and I are going to say this, and we're not going to knock a Campari or a Aperol Spritz at all. If that's what you like, I did not. I went to Italy last fall. She's been to Italy.
Yep.
She's tried it
in Sicily. I was like, me and my girlfriend were both
so strong. It's very strong.
It is very strong.
Very medicinal.
Very medicinal.
Cheers.
It's like, yeesh. My goodness, what am I curing when I'm drinking this?
Hey, yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm in a lab.
But it's kind of a hot drink right now.
Okay, but that's my question. So is it just the fact that you go somewhere and then all of a sudden you become hyper aware that it's there? I had never seen Aperol in a bar before. Now I'm seeing it everywhere. But has it always been there though?
I don't know.
Not when I was a bartender. I've never heard of Aperol.
I recall it when I was cocktail waitressing. I don't ever recall that being something that someone ordered.
So tell me, if you have had an Aperol Spritz or you've had a Campari, which I think is even stronger, do you like them? Is it an acquired taste? So when Michelle comes back from Tuscany, we are not making those unless all of a sudden you fall in love for some weird reason.
If I come across like an amazing recipe or something, but it's a challenge because, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be like, oh, the wine. But I will find.
Well, maybe we can do both because again, if I'm going
to twist my arm,
if I'm going to pick a region of wine that I love, it's always between Napa and Italy, but I am very much more leaning towards Italian wine. She knows I love an Amarone.
Yeah.
One of my absolute favorites. I love Barolo's. I love Brunello's, Barbaresco's. I love all the B's.
Which are northern.
Yes.
Italy.
So I'll be interested to see what do you like from Tuscany?
Mike and I have been to Tuscany. We've been to Siena, and we've loved some of the wines that are down there too. So,
like what grape?
Oh gosh, what is the grape that's down there? You're putting me on the spot here. Sangiovese.
So I like Nebbiolos. I like
I don't
Sangiovese.
know.
I think that's some of your favorites
it
from what
might
I've
be.
seen over the years, that you lean in towards that. So it's
Mhm.
probably what you were introduced to.
Mhm.
Sangiovese and Nebbiolas are fantastic. But yes, so feel free to bring something back that you're like, oh my gosh, this wine was amazing, that
Mhm.
maybe we haven't had.
Yeah.
But I'm putting her up to the task of finding
I'm gonna find a
an
cocktail.
Italian drink.
I'll find a cocktail, or
Okay.
maybe a mocktail. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, which I really want to
Who
do.
knows?
I've been telling people again, there's a huge movement towards sober curious
Definitely.
and sobriety mocktails.
Definitely.
So, and I will go out to restaurants sometimes and go, I'm in the mood for a mocktail. Right.
Mhm.
So you do you. That's the biggest thing that we always say. Okay. Tell us about your trip. So I'm going to need you to hold that. I'm going to drop
okay.
in some pictures for
Okay.
you. What was the biggest standout? What was your, like, if you say from this trip, this is the number one thing that I love so much?
Well, okay. So when I first arrived, I arrived 6 hours before my travel
That's right.
companions.
Mhm.
My mom and her 2 friends were coming in from Boston. So I had time to I dumped my bags off and just meandered off and just took off towards the Eiffel Tower and walked around and everything. And I was just taking in all of the locals. The locals don't walk and eat.
Oh,
They will purchase something and they will find a bench or a grassy patch or tree to sit under to eat their food. So you're always seeing tourists walk around, they're gnawing on like the bread or whatever. And I sent you that one picture where I had my bag and I had a bottle of wine, and I had a baguette sticking out of it. And but that's a big thing, is that they will sit and they just kind of take it all in. And I came across these older gentlemen playing petanque, which is bocce.
Okay.
And so I was cheering them on, and they're like, "Oh, you know what we're doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know what you're doing." It was like really fun to watch that. So that was fun for me. And then we spent the night there on the boat, and then the tour that we took after that was a shorter river cruise, like shorter in height, so that it could go under all the bridges, because the boat that we were on could only shrink down so far. And that was kind of cool to watch too, because the captain's area that he sits in, right? It's high up on the boat, but it goes down like a convertible top.
Oh, really?
And so he's practically laying down as he's steering through some of these lower bridges. But the bridges in Paris, there's only a couple that he could get through. So we ended up taking an open air river cruise that was really low, that we were able to go through and really see Paris, really see up close all of the museums and cathedrals and all that. That was really, really cool. So that, I think, was one of my most favorite parts. And then, of course, as we traveled up the Seine River up to Le Havre, the last stop was the Normandy beaches. The beaches of Normandy,
which I know you were very much looking forward to.
Very, very emotional. We went to Omaha Beach, which is the one that you would see in Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And just touching that sand and just knowing that, you look at the topography of this massive, 300-foot tall hill that they had to climb up and get to the Germans. It was insane, knowing that they were injured, they were shot, they'd seen their friends, their fellow soldiers getting killed right in front of them, and they're injured, and they're still trying to get up this beach.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all covered with greenery and everything, but at the time it was just sand, and I cannot even fathom how we ended up getting up there.
Right.
And knowing that we went to the American Cemetery, which was also in that area, and you could see there were maps that they showed where the paratroopers landed, and the paratroopers were off their mark, and they did not hit the areas that they were supposed to clear out before the boys got there.
Oh, wow.
And so they were up against like 100% of the forces were shooting them down, mowing them down. And it was just like, oh my gosh, how did these boys make it?
Were you and everyone that you were with silent, emotional?
Our group was, unfortunately, there were some younger people there that were like, in front
Because
of
they
like,
didn't get it.
they didn't get it.
Right.
And then they're in front of like,
They don't
these
understand
beautiful
history.
statues.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and all of my pictures of me, I'm very somber. I'm not smiling in the pictures because it is a lot to take in.
Well, that's the whole aspect of why we need to teach our younger generation and listen to our older generation. That's why we do generational talk, right?
Yeah.
We do learn from every one of them, but it's not that they're being disrespectful. It's their own ignorance of not knowing and not paying attention to history, right?
Right.
Speaking of which, shout out to the Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. They just came back. What was that, yesterday? I was looking at their
they got
videos.
hit with some rain.
Yes.
Ugh.
Did you see their videos of the gentleman that was being rolled along, and he was just talking to one of the people that go along as the volunteers, and he was talking about his nephews. Oh, my grandsons. My grandsons are in the Navy right now, and here he was getting ready to pull up some pictures of them, and they had it planned that they were there.
Oh no!
I've got to share that with you.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's emotional.
Oh.
And he obviously gets emotional. He's like,
I love
he's like,
that.
look at these two. Those are my grandsons. Oh, I got chill. It's
Gosh.
incredible. So yeah, we need to share that, by the way.
They do such an amazing job
And
there.
I have to say, I am so honored that I had a chance to go. Yeah, I still have so much footage. I still want to turn it into, that is, by the way, one of the most viral videos that I've ever done in my career. It still gets people
there's
commenting.
so much more that you could post.
Oh, yes.
There's so much more.
I don't know that you've seen everything that I
don't
took.
think I have.
Yeah, so I'll have to, I'll share some of that with you. But if you ever have someone that's served that is able to go, and you're able to go with them as their plus one, please do not pass on that opportunity. So Michelle actually spoke with our friend Carl, who is a photographer for them. And she's like, you got to get Monica to go. You got to get Monica to go. And then they reached out to me, and it was less than 24 hours.
I was riding him for like a year trying to get him. And then you're like, okay, she's in. Like, Monica, pack your bags.
The next day. Go. And I'm like, but I've got this. They'll all understand. Cancel.
Yeah,
and they did. Go. It was an extremely emotional day. Very long day, by the way, for so many of them. They're all, not all, but a lot of them are in wheelchairs, and it's an emotional day, physically, mentally, spiritually. A long day. But I'm going to tell you what, the way that day shifts and changes and what they all get a chance to say. So shout out to all of you with the Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. You do an amazing job, by the way. But yes. Anyway, so I have always wanted to go to France and see the Eiffel Tower. Is it amazing?
It is amazing.
Okay.
It is amazing. And I have so many pictures of it. That first day that I went, that was the first day. And then our last 2 days, it was my mom's birthday, the last of her 70s. And so this wasn't totally planned, but I did plan for us to have a champagne toast on the second floor of the Eiffel Tower, which was awesome. So I highly recommend that you get those tickets. We flew through the lines, which was awesome. So they give you, it's a little plastic champagne glass. They're not going to give you glass because they don't want you to, toss it over the side or anything.
Sure.
But it was a little champagne glass, and totally worth it to be up there and enjoy the sights. It's a view that you can't get anywhere else. It's incredible.
You can't describe it, huh?
You can't describe it. You see everything up there. And what was interesting was actually Catherine, one of my travel mates, had noticed. She said, "Is that the Olympic symbol?" And I said, "Where? What are you talking about?" Well, there was a soccer field that was on one of the sides of the Eiffel Tower, and above it was a building, and they had it was a grassy patch, and they had carved in the rings. But you could tell it was getting weeded and overgrown, but you could still make out the rings of the,
From the
Olympics.
Which, by the way, we were in Cabo for that, right? And we were all freaking out when all of a sudden Celine Dion came out.
We're like, come on already. Like, riding along the Seine River, that was a bit drawn out.
And it was weird on the bridge.
It was weird. But now I got to see all of it.
Yes.
That we were seeing when we were in Cabo, which was really cool.
My sister-in-law, who will be with me again on Foodie Friday, she was surprised by my brother and celebrated her actual 40th birthday underneath the Eiffel Tower. And she was like, "Monica, it was amazing. You have to make it there." So let me ask this. From a strenuous standpoint, if you didn't go on a river cruise
Mhm.
and you had a travel agent plan things out for you to see France, and then you put the Eiffel Tower in Paris, obviously, on your list, because I'm looking for something for my mom and I. Is it too much for her?
No, they have
No.
elevators.
Okay. Because my husband's like,
Yeah.
if you want to take her across the world, why don't you just keep her in the United
No,
States?
she can. No, she
She's
can
never
totally do
been.
it. I have a torn meniscus in my knee. My mom's having issues with her hip, and
You were good.
We did fine. Actually, we did. She wanted to go to the first level to see where they have like a glass floor and you can see people below you. So she wanted to walk down to that, and I said, I don't think you realize how far that is.
Right.
It's pretty far down from the second floor to the first, but she did it. She did the stairs. So I don't think your mom would have any problems. I would definitely recommend that you get the tickets that include the lift.
Yeah.
So you get the elevator up to the second
Okay.
floor. And then in the first floor is where they have a little ice cream shop and another place where you can get drinks and stuff. But the second floor is like much higher up. It's not the top. It's like the middle. They say it's the top, but it's the middle of the Eiffel Tower.
So let me ask
But
this.
get those tickets. You'll skip a lot of lines that way too.
Let me ask this of you, because we're going to talk about this actually on Friday as well. From someone who lived in Europe for her first, 15 years and then goes back regularly to Germany. She told me, she's like, I can't wait for you to get to Europe, and I can't wait for you to experience what we're talking about, which is you can eat and you can drink whatever you want. You're going to come back and you're actually going to probably lose weight. Did you?
I felt like I had gained weight.
Oh, you did?
I did feel like it, but I think I was so bloated from the flight. I don't know. I can't explain it. I came back. Let's be real, people. I didn't poop for like the 3 last days. I don't know why my system was all discombobulated, but once I had some vodka on the plane, I was like, woo, all right, good to go. But no, I didn't gain any weight at all. And I ate every single meal.
Oh, yeah.
Every meal had bread.
I was just going to say, let's look at some of your food that you ate. What stands out?
Oh, well, I had to get the escargot.
Of course.
That was incredible. They are slippery little suckers.
Slippery. I was just going to say it, just like Julia says.
I beat you to it because they give you this clampy thing.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, you remember like in the 80s they had those hand strengthener.
Yes, that's what you felt like you had.
They are really hard. So my mom attempted it, and the garlic juice just went flying. And so I was like, let me manage the escargot. And then I got that shrimp dish that was just absolutely incredible.
The heads on it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You
heads.
had to just kind of work your way through that, and just all the pastries.
So you would think if you're eating all those pastries that you would come back, but here's the deal: it's all about the flour.
I had a latte every morning, double shot latte every morning. Did not upset my stomach at all. Usually coffee does. And then pastries, some kind of pastries. I had made sure to have plenty of protein. I had eggs and some kind of sausage in the morning, so I had my protein to get me through the day. And then either we were back on the ship for lunch, or we were out and about having lunch, and we would get paninis, sandwiches, the French fries.
Pommes frites?
I mean, it is, they're amazing. And it's so cute. They serve them with like a little skewer that has like a little fork on the end. It's like a little wooden skewer. Because they don't want you to eat your French fries with your fingers.
Interesting.
So you have like this little delicate little.
So now you're going to make us eat French fries with forks?
They're incredible.
Yeah,
they're so good.
Well, they know what they're doing.
They're fresh and they're crispy and delicious. So
isn't that interesting? It makes us here
food
in the United States go, what in the world is in our food?
Mm-hmm.
Which hopefully is changing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get political, but I'm happy to see what's happening.
We had dessert every dinner.
See?
We had dessert, sometimes 2.
Well, you also walked a lot.
We walked a lot. Yes.
So let me ask this.
But I didn't work out either.
Oh, you just walked a lot.
I did not work out. Nope.
Well, and she and I love to work out on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to enjoy our little pairings here in just a second. As we wrap up, for those of us that have never been on a cruise, would you recommend a river cruise first as a great introduction?
Yes.
Before the big boats, ships?
Yeah, definitely. The itinerary wasn't ideal on this trip, but from everyone that I was talking to, and my mom who's done river cruises in the past, I don't know what the deal was with the scheduling, but we were really, really tight on the time that we could spend in the towns.
Okay.
So it's like we were off the boat at 9. We had to be back on the boat by 1.
Oh, that is
So it
tight.
didn't give you a whole lot of time to explore and to shop. And that was one of the things that I missed out on in the 2 days that we were in Paris.
If I couldn't shop, I'd be upset.
I didn't get to shop because I wasn't traveling with shoppers. But I did, however, buy myself a big cock.
Oh, what?
I did.
I was like, what did she just say? Oh,
I
okay.
did.
She didn't leave without that.
Yeah. So Paris, they're known for their tapestries, and we actually went to visit like the most famous tapestry in the world, which is now going on tour. And so we got to see that. But this is one of their
Very well made.
very well made pillowcase. And yes, so I had to come back with a nice big French cock.
Ridiculous. All right, Abby is on, and Abby said, we lost weight going to Europe. The food has no additives or preservatives and is so much healthier. I know, right?
Abby, you can't lose any weight.
You'll
You would-
disappear.
You would be invisible.
Abby, by the way,
You're
was
so
just
tiny.
on Monday. Did you see her show?
I didn't catch it yet.
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
sorry.
watch it.
I have been so
She's busy.
I'm
So
busy.
this is what we thought was funny. She was
I had
like,
a lot to catch
she was
up
like,
on.
for some reason, I feel like Monica's not going to wear Monica blue today. And it was so funny because in my head, I thought, I haven't wore blue on the show for a while, which is so weird because it's my favorite color. And that's what Abby, I didn't
She's
tell
got
you
the
this.
Chambord like
Right?
purple right now, but it looks different on the
It does.
camera.
It
It
does
looks
because,
red.
well,
but I don't
it's
know
because of the lighting.
I don't know if it's translating, but it's
You all saw this.
Chambord.
My director, Zach, when I walked in with this a week or so ago, he was like, I like that. And I'm like, look at you, Mr. I don't pay attention to fashion. He's like, you've never wore that before, have you? And I said, no, and I've never
the
wore
pants.
these jeans. So shout out to Connie Bourgeois, who was just on with us from Conjetta Designs, who I'm meeting with next week to roll out our new merchandise.
Awesome.
I know she's excited about this. We've put it on a hiatus because I wanted something else. And so she and I are going to sit down and we're going to do a deep dive into what do you think the Real Monica Adams brand is all about? I can't wait for that.
Ooh.
But yeah, so this is from her place, and I'm excited. So if you've never heard of Conjetta Designs, Billy, another Stahlschmidt as well. LOL. Hello, Billy. Abby said it's beautiful. Absolutely. Thank you so very much. But what she wore on air.
No, she's talking about this. This is
Of course she is. Abby had this color on.
Oh,
Right.
that's
And this
funny.
beautiful dress.
That's
and then
funny.
I had on my jacket that has all these different colors in it. And we were like, how did this happen? It's just crazy how you think
Mhm.
alike, right? So Abby,
That happens often. on the
Abby,
show.
drop a comment in for me, by the way. You've been to France, haven't you? Or I thought she's played all over the
I think
country.
she has.
I'm
I think
excited.
she has.
I haven't told you this. Let me give you some breaking news.
Ooh,
I
ooh.
believe we're going to open this up to members and non-members.
Okay.
My studios are at Adventure Unknown in Fenton.
Mhm.
Abby's going to be playing for us next Thursday
Ooh.
to tease her upcoming concert.
I will be there.
Her concert, by the way, is October 17th.
That's the
At
Orange
the-
Swift dinner, right?
So Orange Swift
Tasting.
is tomorrow night.
Okay. Oh, next. Oh.
Next Thursday.
Oh.
Next
Okay,
Thursday.
so she's not there for Orange Swift. Okay.
So yes, so we are going to do something special, and I want to give a massive shout out to Trattoria Giuseppe because I just secured
Ooh.
him. He's going to do food for us.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to be
Good
great.
stuff.
So
Good
if
stuff.
if you know somebody that's a member of Adventure Unknown, they might bring you to this.
mhm.
You know somebody, I might bring you to this.
Oh, I have to check my calendar.
Yeah. It's going to be a great
Definitely.
time. So Abby's concert, by the way, let me give you a shout out since she's watching us. October 17th at the Kirkwood Performing Arts Center, and tickets are on sale. We're thinking about getting the VIP tables, which are 2 tops, so that we can all be there to support her. You didn't get a chance to see her at the Sheldon.
No, and
A
I'm
year
gonna
ago,
be
and
in
you're gonna be
Tuscany
gone.
for this one.
I know.
Come on, Abby.
Abby, she wants a private performance. Yes, please. I saw the show with Abby. Thank you, Billy. Well, you better be watching your family member. So anyway, we're going to wrap up. We're going to enjoy some time. But yeah, just giving you a little rundown of some things. If you didn't see the interview with Abby, go watch that. Please do me a favor, support her. Go see her music. She's so amazing. And this is her original music. October 17th, Kirkwood Performing Arts Center. She's going to be performing for us, a little sneak peek for members and some non-members next Thursday. And tomorrow, Hannah Yates will be on the show at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be amazing. She's a former sports reporter from Channel 5, Carolina Hurricanes, FanDuel, and her work in her mission work in some of these war-torn countries is amazing. I'm really, God, my chill came back again when I say Hannah.
Hannah, what is up?
What's happened? Well, I actually told her that maybe I need to come join you. And my husband wouldn't be happy about that. But if that's what God's calling me to, she and I have our hearts open to whatever his work is. So Hannah Yates tomorrow, Friday, Foodie Friday with my sister-in-law Tina, getting you ready for Oktoberfest. There's my chill again. That's crazy. Schnitzel with blaukraut, which is red cabbage, and some potatoes. And then we go into next week, Monday. Jenny Gabriel, have you seen her on with us? JG Optimal Wellness.
Yes, I have.
Perimenopause, menopause,
have.
postmenopausal women. You
Ooh,
do not
she knows
want to.
her stuff.
Yes, she does. You do not want to miss these shows. All right. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
Thank
cheers.
you. Great
Here.
job.
We got to get these up close and show off our number 67 nail polish.
Oh, yeah. At
From
Golden
Golden
Nails in
Nails.
Fenton. Yada, Lynn, everybody, we love you. There's too many for me to mention. Toon, Micah, Nikki.
Cece.
Somebody's going to get mad at me. Cece, Maria.
Maria.
Did I get them all?
No.
I love all of them. If you're looking for a place.
I'm sure we're
Well,
forgetting
you know what? I am
somebody.
glad you actually just said that, because Lori's, Abby's mom, said, wait, do you have gel? I'm like, no, dip. We do dip. She had a bad experience, and I said, you won't with Golden Nails, which we have featured before on the show. All right, we're going to enjoy a little friendship time together. I love you.
I love you.
Mwah. All right, everybody, have a wonderful one. Go wet your whistle. I know a lot of you might still be just getting home from work, and you've been watching while you're at work.
Yep.
I didn't get you in trouble by the boss, I hope. Have a wonderful one. And next week, we'll be joined by Chuck Gillentine with Wet Your Whistle. Thank you, Billy. Have a great one as well. All of you, have a good evening. And what did you say? What do you say?
Bonsoir.
Oh, there you go. Oui, oui.